What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. We are sitting in the garage today on the Cadillac backseat couch. If you haven't seen it before, I got a Cadillac backseat couch for in the garage just to chill. We got the skeleton sky sitting behind me here. If you haven't seen that, you should definitely go back to my old videos and check some of it out. We are working on this. It's going to be an exoskeleton car. It's going to be awesome. Definitely stay tuned. We're going to have some fun with that. But that is not what this video is about. Today, I can't resist, guys. I can't resist it. I know it's been, you've already seen a million articles, but guess what it's about? Guess? Yeah, you're right. Yep. Corvette C8. C8 Corvette. We are talking about it because I am a diehard Corvette guy, and even though everything has already been said about the C8 Corvette, I can't resist talking about it because I love Corvettes. In fact, I grew up with Corvettes. They're pretty much my entire life. There was a Corvette sitting here, or in the bay that's right behind you that you can't see. I live in the house I grew up in. I don't live with my parents, but I live in the house I grew up in. So, you're actually gonna see a video coming up in just a minute of a Corvette pulling into this bay that I'm sitting in right now. Yeah, I grew up with Corvettes. My dad always had them. He has one right now. He has a 2013 Grand Sport. You might have seen it on my Instagram or something like that before. But yeah, he's got one right now. I grew up and he had a 61 Corvette with a 427, big block car. Definitely a driver, not perfect, anything like that, but still was awesome. Just sounded awesome. Straight pipes came out right under you, as right along the side, and it was just an awesome car. He did sell that a while back, like 2010, something like that. I don't know. Actually, I'm just going to show you the video right now, because I couldn't find any good pictures of it, but I do have an old YouTube video from a channel when I was like 12 or something. Put out. So this was filmed with a cell phone or something like that. It looks like it was filmed with a calculator. I'm sorry, guys. You're going to have to deal with it. It's a little shaky. It's a little rough. I'm going to put that in right now. Check this video out. That's the car I grew up with, and it was probably, I don't know, we never went to the dyno or anything like that, but it was probably 500-600 horsepower, something like that. And so he had that car for like 20 years, something like that, and then bought a 2005 Corvette as well. Didn't have that one for a crazy long amount of time, but yeah, it was another one we had, and there were several others, but I don't remember them that well because I was too little. So I know there was a white, maybe 80s. And then there was one that my mom backed into right after he got it painted right out in the other driveway. That wasn't great. That wasn't a great thing. But anyways, so big Corvette family. I can't resist talking about what I believe is going to be the greatest Corvette ever. Okay? I was blown away at the reveal the other night. All the concerns sort of that I had about the car were completely just, yeah, I'm not worried anymore. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit here. But first, we're going to start out with actually the things I dislike about the car, because I figure that's a fun way to, just say, hey, there's some stuff I'm not super happy with. It's mostly design, stupid stuff, so it's not really performance or anything like that, because it seems like it's going to perform pretty well. So let's just get into it. Let's just go here. So I got my trusty little notepad right here. Okay, number one, and I know this has been brought up a lot, the interior button stack in the center, it seems like a crazy way to do the buttons. I feel like they could have designed a little bit better. Yeah, I'm not loving the interior button stack for all your AC controls and everything on the driver. If you haven't seen the interior pictures, comes down in a big line, and it just looks like, it looks like like, I don't know how many buttons it is. It's probably like 10, but it looks like it's like 150. And I just think like finding your buttons while you're driving and stuff is going to be difficult. Maybe it'll work great. Maybe functionally it's going to be fine. I don't know. Don't love the look of it though. And I wish that they would have used that same bar that comes down like they did in the C7, just as another like hand grip on the side. I think that would have been a better way, and then put the buttons down under the display, even if the display had to be a little smaller or something. I don't know. But yeah, not a big fan of the climate controls and everything being on the center stack there. All right, next. Oh, passenger vents. Okay, like overall, I'm fairly impressed with the interior, but the passenger vents, which they talked about, they were like, oh, we built them into the right in front of the passenger, obviously, but it like comes down at a squared off angle, and it's just weird looking. It looks like it's a dash piece out of like, I don't know, like a '01 Buick Regal or something. I don't know exactly which car I'm thinking of. I did a little research to try to figure out exactly where I've seen that before, but it looks like an 80s, 90s, early 2000s like design where they're all like kind of built in as one piece, and it just yeah, but I don't think it looks great. I think it looks dated already on the way they did the passenger vents. Then they did it as like a highlight at the reveal, which I just wasn't impressed with. So anytime like the newer Malibus, well, not newer now, but the 2013, 14, 15, they updated the interior and did like a vent thing in the dash where it all kind of blends together, and I think that looks dated too. So maybe I'm just a hater on the way that they've done some of their like passenger dash vents and stuff. All right. Oh yeah, this one here I think is odd. So like I said, this is all design stuff. It doesn't really matter. All right, the Stingray badge and Corvette on the back end. All right, so we'll start with the Stingray badge. They put the Stingray badge that used to be on the side of the C7, and they put it right behind, like, or on, I guess, actually, the trunk door engine bay cover now. That's going to be weird. I'm going to have to get used to the same engine bay. But, yeah, they just, like, kind of stuck it there, and I agree with the car being called a Stingray. That's fine. I don't know that it actually needed the normal Stingray badge. It looks too big. It looks out of place. It looks like somebody went to AutoZone and picked out a chrome Stingray emblem and stuck it on the rear trunk. So that would be coming off immediately if I've ever bought one. On that same token, they put Corvette in little letters across the back, and like on the back end, not on the trunk. And same kind of deal. It doesn't look great. It looks like somebody stuck on little, letters and was like, oh yeah, now everybody's gonna know it's a Corvette. And I don't think it looks good. If they would have put the Corvette flags, like the Corvette emblem, I would have been all down for that. I think that would have looked really nice on the back end. But Corvette spelled out, looks a little tacky. All right. Oh, the other one. So there is up front, and maybe somebody out there knows. Put it in the comments down below. I didn't hear it in the reveal the other night, but on the front end, it's got the two radiators on the side that have, obviously your vents and everything up there. Then in the center, there's sort of an odd, big, black piece of plastic in the very center of the front end. And I don't know what it's for. I assume it probably has, like, your camera for the data recorder and, forward collision warning, all of those sensors and things like that. But it's a big piece of plastic. And at least in the reveal, the little bit that I saw looked to be a little bit out of place. I don't know. I would have to see it in person, I guess, which I'm actually going to be talking about at the end of this. All right, so those are my dislikes for the C8 reveal. Obviously, those are all pretty minor things. Like, I'm really not hating on the car. I'm just nitpicking here. All right, the stuff that I was blown away by at the reveal. I was like, there is no way they're going to be able to build this car, and all the old guys are going to be able to fit their freaking golf clubs in this car. But good job, Chevy. All right, I don't think there's a mid-engine car in the world that I can't think of one. Maybe there's one out there, but that can beat the storage and actual usability of the new C8 Corvette. I don't think the storage is quite as functional as a front-engine car, but man, they blew it out of the park with trying to make this thing as functional as possible, and that is a huge deal for the Corvette, because it is supposed to be the car that you can drive every day. Like, that is the point of a Corvette. And they've really lived up to that generally because, like, man, I've carried some stuff in some Corvettes before, and they're gonna keep it up. So hey, hats off to them on that design, because you can get 2 things of golf clubs and some more stuff in the front. The back storage, which that back storage I think might end up going away or getting a little bit smaller, because I think there's probably a twin turbo or some variant coming for the Z06 and ZR1, and I think they might need some of that engine-based space. Or if someone else wanted a twin turbo, they could. Okay. I think reliability, I'm impressed with. Saying that maybe it won't be reliable, I don't know this yet, but my guess is they used their 6.2 liter normal V8 motor. Like, that's a bulletproof engine. The dual clutch transmission, we're gonna have to see. I don't know if that's gonna be reliable, but like I don't think there's gonna be a big any big issues with this car as far as reliability, at least not mechanically. Maybe some of the electronics, but they didn't really push the envelope necessarily that hard on that. But yeah, I really think the car is going to be reliable. I wouldn't even be worried about buying a first year or anything like that. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'm going to wait 5 years. Okay, probably not 5, 2 years, and buy one that's later because these ones are going to have all sorts of problems. I disagree with that. I think they did their research. I think this engine and everything is going to work out just fine. I'm not worried about it at all. Okay, 0 to 60, I was blown away with. All right, and I know I've said blown away with too many times. It's going to sound stupid in the video, and I'm just going to have to deal with that. But 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds out of a 495 horsepower car, that's crazy. Now, obviously, nothing has been officially certified yet, but if GM's telling us that they're seeing stuff under 3 seconds, then I think they're probably right. So, yeah, I'm excited to hear the real numbers, but that is impressive out of that car. So, performance-wise, it sounds pretty serious. And they said that it handles better than they thought it was going to, which to me says that it's going to handle a lot better than the C7. And the C7 was a monster on the track. So, I can't wait to hear some of those more, in detail numbers and things like that. All right. Interior quality looks like they took it up, I don't know, 2-3 notches from the C7. And the C7, I had no problems with. I had C6, C5. All right, they're not great interiors. I'll completely admit that. I didn't care because the car still outperformed almost anything that was double the price. So who cares about whether your plastic squeaks on the inside? Which, by the way, I opened the door of a Lamborghini. Gallardo, however you want to say it, and the plastic bezel around the door handle fell off in my hand. So don't give me that Audi makes like some great interiors. All right, they're usually pretty nice, but my point is that everybody has cheap plastic and things like that, and for performance is the goal, okay? But I am super impressed with the C8 Corvette interior overall. All the materials look top notch, and you won't know until you see it in person. So, but the visuals on all the pictures looks really nice. All right, I already talked about the V8 dual clutch. I know probably gonna get some hate for this one. I don't care that the car didn't come with a manual. I like to shift just as much as anybody else, but we're talking about a car that needs to have the best performance in its class, and it's in a class of its own, so whatever, but it needs to basically destroy everything within, probably $200,000 of it. So yeah, I would say it needs to beat everything under $250,000. So, yeah, I that's the only way you're going to do it is with a dual clutch. There's no reason to have a manual. Dual clutches are better than any manual. I know everybody's beating on this and everything like that, but just get yourself a beater car that has a manual if you really want to road gears that much. And when you want to go fast, get a dual clutch. I'm not worried about that at all. And the final thing that I am super, super happy with, you already know what it is, price. Starting under $60,000. Now, admittedly, that's going to be $59.99. $9.99. I need one more 9 in there. But it's just, who cares? nobody expected it to come out that cheap. I put on my Instagram hours before the reveal, I thought I was being generous. I thought it was going to come out at $74,500. That was my just guess. I didn't know. But I cannot believe that they are saying a base price under $60,000. So obviously, there's not going to sell that many at $60,000. There's probably going to be a destination charge that's going to bring it over that, so you probably can't actually get one for $60,000. But you understand what I'm saying. It is a bargain like no other. Even if you got just the base car, it's still going to destroy everything that is $60,000 out there on the road. Toyota Supra, come on. All right, so I just can't believe that they were able to build this car and everything for $60,000. They really hit all the boxes on this car. They got the storage, they got the performance, and they got the price done in a car. Who cares where the engine is? I know you love the engine up front. I don't care where the engine is. It's tougher to work on. Dude, it's 0 to 60 under 3 seconds. You really don't going to need to work on it that much. You're not going to want to do that many. No, you're going to want to do modifications. That's not fair to say. But yeah, you got all the performance you need. Yeah, all that stuff is fine. So to sum it up, GM, awesome job. You knocked it out of the park. It sounds like everything really is it sounds like this really is going to be a world-class supercar, and it'll just destroy everything within any reasonable price. I couldn't be happier. Now, on to going to see a Corvette, a new C8. I'm going to go see one next Friday. I think it's the first public reveal of the C8, like the first event. It's at a Chevy dealer, and I am going to go. I RSVP'd a couple weeks ago, so I will be videoing that next Friday. It will be up sometime, hopefully next weekend, if I get lucky. But look out for that video. It'll be coming out, and I can't wait. I'm going to take lots of pictures, lots of video. I am going to really check this thing out. I don't know what all the details are. I expect it to be a pretty big event, but I'm going to go check it out for you. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, and share. Have a great day.